Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. This is my first video on this YouTube account, which I decided to make to post a bit more content about bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, etc. Because I'll be completing my personal training course within the next month. First off, just to put a disclaimer out there to you guys, I do have a stutter, so I may stutter a bit, but I will try and moderate it as best as I can. So this first video will be to talk about deloads. So deloads is in what are they, how do you do them, when do you use them, and why are they good. So let's start. So a deload is traditionally used after a block of training. It would normally be a week of reduced frequency, intensity, reduced training, reduced stress on the body to recover, to then go again for another, say, 6 to 8 weeks. So just to give an example, you train hard for 6 to 8 weeks, you start, so you progress every session through lifts, through load, reps, volume, so you keep progressing over them 6 weeks, or 8 weeks even, sorry. So when would you then deload? Well, you then deload if your reps no longer progress, if you can no longer progress loads, systemic fatigue, you just every session you're going into a deeper and deeper hole, massive fatigue, appetite's gone, sleep's gone, your joints are just completely fucked. So this deload phase will then relieve all them issues. There is a lot of different approaches to deload. You can take a full week off. I know a highly respected coach called Cliff Wilson advocates taking a full 5 days off. However, you can also train, but say reduce the amount of sets, load, intensity and frequency. So say if you train 6 days a week, train 3 days a week, maybe training that muscle group, every muscle group once compared to twice, for instance. Then if you do 4 sets, you now do 3 sets, and you also reduce the load by 20%. Another deload option that I have done when I went on my last vacation about 2 months ago, it was, so at the time I was doing legs, push, pull, rest, repeat. However, this one was, so it was upper, rest, lower, repeat. So I did 2 upper sessions, 1 lower session. It was just 4 exercises each session, 4 sets, light load, just to get a bit of a pump. Personally, I mean, as I was abroad and I wasn't wanting to spend my life in the gym, it was pretty decent. However, it gets a bit boring. It gets really boring. Deloads aren't fancy. I mean, not many people like doing deload, but they are essential in terms of progression. A lot of people think that if you take a deload, you'll sort of regress. However, taking a deload is sort of a week where you maintain to then keep pushing. Because if you don't take that deload, if you just keep pushing, you're just going to end up driving yourself into a massive hole, burning right out, and then never want to go in the gym again. So yeah, that was my deload back then. The reason why I decided to do this video is I'm going to do a deload next week. So I'll go into the reasons why I'm going to do a deload. It's a bit like what I mentioned before. I've been finding that my sleep's been quite good, about 8 hours a night, but I just still feel absolutely drained. My motivation to train has just came right down. Every time I'm on the way to the gym, I just really cannot be bothered. Take for instance today, my session, I was considering starting my deload now. I was just absolutely drained. However, I did push through that and I did progress all lifts with a struggle. But yeah, so this next week I'll be taking a deload. On top of that, so it's mainly just systemic fatigue and motivation to train. My joints aren't too bad. My lifts were progressing, but I'm just getting more and more drained. So this week, how am I going to do my deload? So my deload, the minute my split is lower A, upper A, rest, full body, but just training my weak side, my left side, because I have cerebral palsy hemiplegia, where the left side is weak, which I'll go into more on a different video. So rest, then lower B, upper B, rest, then full body left side, rest, repeat. So what I'll probably do is next week I'm going to train 3 days. So I'm going to take 3 days off just to completely chill, recover, concentrate on other things in life for a few days. I've got quite a bit on this next week. And then Wednesday, Friday, Sunday I'll do lower A, rest, full body, just my left side, rest, and then I'll do upper A. On all them sessions I'll do the same exercises as per normal. At the minute my training style is 2 sets, both to complete failure, with 2 different rep ranges. Some exercises I'll also add in a drop set or rest pause. I will just do, so my top set is in rep ranges. So 1 set, take off 20% of the load to prevent training to failure. And then after that, I'll just go straight back into my split the week after. Nutrition wise, so I know there is a lot of different approaches to nutrition during deloads. Some people prefer to keep nutrition the same, or there is the argument of reducing to maintenance or increasing to maintenance if you're currently in a fat loss phase. Just to add in there, I'm currently in a gaining phase. With my nutrition, I am going to drop nutrition to my maintenance. I just think that as it's a week where I'm not progressing in lifts, any weight gain isn't going to be appropriate. What you've got to think about is a week of what I think about is, whenever I think about increasing food, I think about, has my training progressed? Does my body need more food? Would 1 pound of extra weight be necessary? So in terms of this week, it wouldn't, because it wouldn't be muscle, because I'm not training the intensity that I train most weeks. So what I'll do is I'll drop that down by, so at the minute I'm on 3,500 calories per day. I'm going to drop that down to 3,000. So I believe that the surplus that I was in was 20% above my maintenance, so I've worked that out. So my maintenance was, I think it was like 2,900, so I'm just slightly above. So I've reduced carbs from 481, I think, to 402. Fats are down to 49. Proteins down to, fats are down from 66 grams to 49 grams. Proteins down from 246 to, I think it's roughly 220. I have put all the details regarding that on my Instagram, which then leads to my next point. So this is coming to an end of my opinion on deload. It hasn't been the best video, but I will get better. I will try and improve. So leading on to it, my Instagram, I've got 2 accounts, one for my coaching and one for my personal training. My coaching one I don't really use much at the moment, but still give it a follow. It is MFBB_coaching. So MFBB stands for Made From Breaking Boundaries. And my Instagram name for my personal account, where I do put more content on these days, is Johnny_Gregson. So that's JONNY_Gregson. I haven't used YouTube in a while, but I will try and put all of that alongside the video on YouTube. So yeah, guys, I mean, for the future, I will be doing more videos like this, trying to improve more content. I am thinking about doing podcasts. So I mean, if you have enjoyed this video, maybe you have, or even if you haven't, just like, even dislike, comment, I'm just sort of wanting people's opinions on where I can improve, etc. And also share it if you do find it useful. I will try and, like I say, improve on how I present the content. I do believe I have a lot of good knowledge. It's just how I do put it out there. So anyway, guys, that's my rant over. Thanks for watching.